Welcome to
Spread the Word!
February.
The shortest month.
I have a little bit of ennui in February every year.
I do too. It's always gray and gross.
February. Well, here we are.
In February. For February, I read this book, A Country You Can Leave. So the main character, she is the daughter of a Russian immigrant and a Cuban immigrant father. But the father is absent. And the mother, she's a real piece of work. Is what they describe as. In literally a police scene, a police officer says that.
Real piece of work.
So she's very Russian. Her name's Yevgenia.
Whoa.
But she tells people when she goes to work, everyone else, to call her Evie. And she's very smart and reads a lot of Russian literature. And she knows like 5 languages and is always talking about how Americans are so dumb and like stuck in the capitalist machine and stuff. So like all of this like Marxist like propaganda that she grew up with, doesn't care about providing like a stable environment for her daughter. They are like living in poverty, and she basically kind of bounces around from man to man. Part of it is like this coming of age of the daughter being like, I want to know who my dad is, and her mom is very secretive and like won't tell her. But I really like the daughter's voice. I like that she's not idolizing her mom. It's not that situation. She knows her mom is a real piece of work. Mm-hmm. And her mom did leave her once to follow a man around. She has this like attachment to her mom where she's like afraid she is going to leave her, but she knows also that her mom's not stable, that she's not a good influence. And it's really interesting dynamic between them. Oh, and the main character is Black because her father's Black Cuban. So when people see them together, it's always like a question mark. They're like, this is your daughter? And so there's like this race element to it that she feels like her mother doesn't fully understand. The mother-daughter dynamic is very good. The mom makes her come to work to like do like shifts at this bar that she works at. And she's watching her interact with all the people at the bar, and she's just like a super friendly bartender there to like be a shoulder to cry on. She's so open with all the customers at the bar in a way she's not with her daughter. And her daughter's like, why do you treat these people like family and you treat me like shit? Basically.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
It's very sad. It's like that her mother would treat a transactional relationship like as something that is worth her time.
Right.
Yeah.
This reminds me a lot of White Oleander.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, yes.
I do feel like this mother character is in a lot of things. I don't know if she's really a narcissist, but maybe that's what it is, and that's like the personality type that it's reminding me of or something.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
There's like this kind of beautiful, desolate nature.
I mean, not really an uplifting read,
but kind of perfect for February because February sucks.
Yeah. Also, it's not actually a super downer. It is. I think it's complex and like
just life.
Interesting.
I mean, that's life.
Yeah. Yeah. So
for some people,
slice of life.
Right.
Yeah.
I read The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. Fellow intelligent Julia in our midst.
I do always have affinity with people who have my name. I don't know why.
So I'm not a big thriller reader, but I was really drawn to this because, I mean, it's about an aspiring writer who goes to the Gothic estate of this feminist horror writer, Rosa Vallo, and I was just like, oh, all of those things sound amazing to me. It's about Alex. She's the main character, and like I said, she's an aspiring writer, and she's working in publishing right now, so she's sort of like, ugh, publishing, I'm not getting paid what I should. All of my...
know it.
Understandable.
Yep.
It's an understandable feeling.
Yes, and she's having writer's block because there was a big fallout that she had with her best friend Ren, and it was a pretty huge fallout. And at the beginning of the book, you're kind of getting like bits and pieces of it. You're not really finding out what's happening. And so one day, her friend who just got like a huge book deal calls her and is like, "Hey, I got you in the Rosa Vallo contest." And you're going to be one of, I can't remember how many writers that would be staying at the estate, like 6 or something like that, who will be competing for a 7-figure book deal.
Oh my god.
So she finds out Ren's there, and like I said, she's trying to get there first so she can get in good with the other women, so that Ren can't go and like poison their image of her. She gets there and they don't see Rosa right away. They're kind of getting to know each other, you know, like just like in true thriller form. It's building that suspense with little things that are going on, and little like, I don't know, microaggressions between the women. You know what I'm talking about.
Passive aggressive little comments.
Yes, because they're all contestants.
Yeah.
And so like that first night, they go to their bedrooms, and in each bedroom there's a necklace for them, and each of them have an animal necklace. And I won't tell you which animals they were, because I was actually really excited to find out who got what animal, because you've kind of figured out how Rosa viewed them as people based on the animal that they got. Yeah.
That is.
Yeah. Yeah. And they go to dinner that night, and Alex forgets her necklace, and Rosa comes down and she's like, you forgot your necklace? And Alex is like, yeah, sorry about that. And she's like, what the, like, she loses her mind on Alex, like in front of everybody at dinner. And that's the first like
time they've seen her.
In that scene, you're just like, oh my god, she's unhinged. And they're like, oh my god, she's unhinged.
Okay, well, at least everybody else is on the same page.
Yeah, but then she's like, she like tears into her, and then she's like, haha, I'm just kidding.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's even more. Is that more unhinged?
I think that's more unhinged. Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So that's kind of like the first indication you get that something's wrong with Rosa.
Weird.
Yeah.
At this writing retreat.
Yes.
And they're all stuck there now.
Yes. And also, it might be haunted. There's also a lot of like sexual tension between Ren and
Kristen's like,
as soon as she finds out it's Sapphic and Gothic, her eyebrows are like, and between Ren and Alex, so you know something is going on there.
Is it sort of like...
That's kind of heartbreaking, though.
Like, you know me, I get stressed out with like contentious female friendships. This was so ridiculous, like, and so like big, and I wasn't even stressed. I was just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, so it was excellent. I really liked it. We're going to be doing it for Crimes and Crafts. Crimes and
for
Crafts.
March.
Yeah.
Okay, this month I read Where Darkness Blooms by Andrea Hanna. The book opens on a frontier scene where a man is like, our wagon has broken down. We must stay here. And his wife is like, we're in Kansas. There's nothing here. We gotta go. And he's like, we gotta stay. And then he starts hearing the ground talk to him and wants him to kill her. The land wants to be fed. The end result is this man, the town founder, and he keeps killing his wives to feed the land.
In classic horror book movie setup, where you have the beginning thing where somebody disappears and is killed, and then you're like, oh god, who's gonna come through here next?
Yeah. And he's an enterprising curse setter, where he's like, we're gonna build a town so that we can feed the land. So flash forward to 100 years in the future, or more than 100 years in the future, present day. We are at this moment in time in Bishop, that's the name of the town, that's surrounded by sunflowers. Like, as far as the eye can see is sunflowers. You have these 4 girls, Jude, Delilah, Bo, and Whitney, all of whom are living in a house on the edge of town after all of their mothers have disappeared. That was 2 years ago. And then 6 months ago, Whitney, one of the 4 girls, her girlfriend, who was 18, just showed up dead underneath a tree in front of her house. It's not uncommon for women in Bishop to either go missing or just like show up dead, like teenagers dying of cardiac arrest.
Is it always women?
It's always women. Yes. No one seems to find this suspicious. They're just like, it just happens. Aren't the sunflowers beautiful? The girls, they basically start pulling at the threads around them of the reality of Bishop. You got girls trying to figure out what happened to their mothers, while also realizing that they are themselves under threat. They don't know where that threat is coming from, but some of them are literally hearing flowers talk to them, and they don't know what to trust.
Yeah.
Be it themselves, each other, literal nature, or the people of the town. I enjoy it. Read it.
A lot of dark lady stories.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for tuning in to Spread the Word. A lot of
Darkness.
Darkness.
Cuddle up on these dreary nights with
Yeah.
some not uplifting words of wisdom.
And don't plant sunflowers in your yard because they might be sentient.
We'll see you in March.
Goodbye.
Or will we?